Good morning class. Today we are going to start new chapter number 2, unit and measurement. Okay. So far we have learned the chapter 1 about fundamental forces, laws of conservation and nature of laws. Okay, nature of physical laws. Now in this class we are going to learn units and measurement. Okay. So first a question for you. Why do we need measurement? If I ask you why do we need measurement? मेजरमेंट क्यों हम लोग के लिए जरूरी है? ठीक है? What will be your answer? What will be your answer? So you all will be thinking, okay? So if you consider the container, okay, heat the container, burner, okay. Now put some water inside the container and heat the water. Okay. Now after some time the water starts to boil. The question for you: at what temperature water starts boiling? How you will measure? Then at that time or for that measurement you need a proper, appropriate, precise device. Okay. To measure the value of the temperature. There you need a measurement. Okay. To measure the boiling point, you need a thermometer. That is laboratory thermometer. Okay, you can measure the boiling point of the water. Okay, so for this boiling point, you have to do some measurement. Okay, so there we need. So at that place we need measurement. Okay, now again, if you are given a wire and you are asked to find, you are asked a thin wire, and you were asked to find the diameter of the wire. Now, what you will do? You will measure. Okay, so there come measurement. Okay, so you will have to measure the diameter of this wire. Then you have to use an appropriate device, say screw gauge, or we can say vernier caliper. Okay, in this coming classes, you will know what is vernier caliper and screw gauge. They are length measuring devices, and they give a precise measurement. Okay, so now, to measure something, we need measurement, and for measurement, we need an appropriate device. If you go to market and you purchase some grocery items, okay, if you ask for 2 kg rice, okay, for 2 kg rice, some people will measure 2 kg using a measuring machine, okay, then he will give you the 2 kg rice, the item you are going to purchase, okay. So there you need a measurement. Okay, for measurement there should be a proper measuring device. Okay, so measurement plays a vital role in our day-to-day life. Very crucial role in our day-to-day life. Everywhere there is measurement. Even if you see a carpenter, he also measures. If you see a milkman, he also measures the amount of milk. Okay, from a milkman to an engineer, everybody uses the concept of measurement. So this measurement is very important and it plays an important role in our daily life. Okay, so now next, what are the concepts and what are the terms we will learn in unit and measurement? Okay, now see, our next topic is physical quantities. Okay, so physical quantities are those quantities which are directly or indirectly measured. Okay, we can measure the physical quantity directly or indirectly. Clear? Okay, now say for example this length, length. Okay, you can use a meter scale or a measuring tape to measure the length of a given wire, rod, anything. Okay, so length is a physical quantity. At the same time, mass is also a physical quantity. It can be measurable. It can be measured. Mass, temperature, pressure, speed, velocity, etc. Okay, there are many physical quantities in terms of which we can express various laws of physics. Okay, means to express the physical laws or the laws of physics, okay, or physical laws, we need these physical quantities. Okay, say for example, laws of motion. Okay, laws of motion. In laws of motion, we have second laws of motion. Second law of motion states that rate of change of momentum is force. So there comes momentum. Rate of change of momentum is there comes time also. Okay, so force is equal to mass into acceleration. This is the second law of motion. Okay, so to explain the second law of motion, we need some physical quantities. Say for example, force, mass, acceleration. So these are physical quantities. Okay, means the quantities which are directly or indirectly measurable. Clear? Okay. Our next topic is fundamental derived quantity and fundamental quantity. Okay, we will learn next derived quantity and fundamental quantity. So this physical quantity is divided into two quantities. Okay, one is fundamental quantity. Fundamental quantities. Another type of physical quantity is derived quantity. Derived quantities. Okay. So what is fundamental quantity? The quantities which are independent. They don't depend on other quantities. Okay. Means the quantities which are independent and they don't depend on other physical quantity. Clear? The quantities which are independent. Quantities which are independent and they don't depend on other quantity. Don't depend on other quantities. Okay, clear? And derived quantities, they are independent quantity. They depends on fundamental quantities. Okay, they depend on fundamental quantities. Okay, quantities. These fundamental quantities are independent and they don't depend on other quantities. Derived quantities, they depends on fundamental quantities. Clear? Say for example, we can write temperature, mass. Okay. Next is length. Okay. These are fundamental quantities, or we can say temperature, current, etc. extra. So these are fundamental quantities. And in case of derived quantities, we can write force, pressure, acceleration, work done, etc. Okay, these are derived quantities. They can be derived from fundamental quantities. Say for example, force. So we can write force is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass is fundamental quantity. Acceleration can be written as velocity by time. Time is also fundamental quantity. Okay. So time is fundamental quantity. Again, velocity is a derived quantity. Okay. We can also write velocity also. Okay. Velocity is a derived quantity. Okay. So velocity is equal to rate of change of distance. So distance means length is a fundamental quantity. So derived quantities are those quantities which can be derived from fundamental quantities. Now class, unit. Now what is unit? Say for example 20 mass. Mass is 20 kg. Okay. So what is kg? This kg is unit. Unit for the measurement of mass. Okay. Now say 20 meter per second. This is velocity. Now what is meter per second? This meter per second is unit for the measurement of velocity. Now see, difference is unit in case of kg only. In case of mass there is only kg. In case of velocity there is meter per second. And density also you can write 20 kg per meter cube. In this case kg is also there, meter is also there. So these are actually units for the measurement of physical quantity. Okay, we need unit to measure a physical quantity, that is proper unit. Okay, so now we will discuss about unit. So unit, this unit is divided into two parts, that is fundamental unit, simply just like physical quantity, fundamental unit, units, and next one is derived unit. Now what is fundamental unit? The unit which are independent and they don't depend on other unit. These units are independent and they cannot be further divided into simpler unit. Okay, so fundamental units are independent units. Okay, they cannot be further divided into more units. Cannot be further divided into more simpler units. Okay, they are independent. Examples are time, mass, okay, length, current, etc. Okay, there are many more fundamental units. This fundamental unit is also called as base unit or basic unit. Okay, so now next derived unit. These derived units are units which are derived from fundamental unit. Okay, they are dependent and they are derived from fundamental units. Okay, they can be further divided. Okay, so examples of these derived units are velocity, okay, density, force, acceleration, etc. There are many more. Okay. Now see class, some units of base quantities. Okay, so we have this amount of base quantity only. Okay, the units of base quantities are for length we write meter, symbol is m, mass kilogram kg, time second s, temperature Kelvin K, amount of substance mole, luminous intensity measures the intensity of a chromatic light, candela and symbol is CD, electric current ampere A. Okay, these are base quantities.